Okay, so it is Tuesday and it is 12:30. It's a lunch and learn. Double up to power up to double up, lunch and learn is what it is today. It's not going to be tonight at 6:30. So if you get on tonight at 6:30, I won't be here. You know why? Because I have volleyball. I have volleyball. This whole month, we have volleyball games on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So my schedule has shifted because I take my granddaughters that live with me to watch my other granddaughter play volleyball. So my schedule has shifted. And it's so funny. Let me open up in prayer so God can give me the words that I need to say. To Heavenly Father, we just thank you that we all can come together in different ways, Lord, not just in person, but virtually on Zoom, on Facebook, and replays, hashtag live, hashtag replays, all of the ways that we can come together. And you can give us the word. You can give me words to say. And I pray that they open their ears, eyes, and hearts to receive what it is that you want them to learn today for our lunch and learn, Lord. And all the nuggets that are getting ready to drop as of tomorrow, all the things that's coming out, that's rolling out, Lord. I pray that your hand is upon it and that you just bless us. Do miracles today. Do miracles over our businesses, over our health, healing, over our finances, Lord, over our wisdom, Lord, for us to make the right choices. Lord, above all, I pray for hearts, the hearts to get softened, that hearts to love you and reach for you, to ask upon your name, Lord, to talk to you like you're sitting next to them, to just have a relationship with you, Lord. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so let's get started. Of course, Tuesday is my Bible study day. Today I was on. I was on. Oh my gosh. Do you know, I went to bed late last night, 10 o'clock, and I was up by 4:40 this morning, just so I could get ready to be on time for June and to be able to get on the Bible study. Because you know why? I'm so excited. I'm almost caught up with the Bible study. I just had day 5 left to read. I was reading my Bible study this morning before Bible study to try to catch up. And um, I just want to, and I know that I got on there and did some training out of my Bible study book, but I just want you to know God loves you and he's reaching for you. So, you know how people in life, and I am guilty. You know, when I was a baby Christian walking with the Lord and I was doing all my Bible studies, um, you know, I was reading my word, doing my daily breads, you know, now it's YouVersion and whatever. And sometimes I feel like it's like too much and you're reading it, but you're not absorbing it. You're reading it, but not letting it sink in and absorb what it is and having a conversation with God through the word that you're reading. But you're checking the boxes, getting it done. Does that make sense? Well, I know because I did it for years. Just let me get my quiet time and I sit down and have a little conversation with God as I'm doing my reading, but not an in-depth conversation with God. Okay. So lately, I have been having more of an in-depth conversation with God. I mean, I've been seeing him do a lot. I've been listening to him a lot. This last year has totally shifted me. And it's been this whole last year, I've totally shifted um, on my priorities, what I do. Not that I'm not doing my Mary Kay. I am doing my Mary Kay, but I'm more wise with when I'm doing it and what I'm doing. Um, but just to have the quiet time with God. And so, you know, yesterday I talked about the quiet time with God, or, you know, how God loves you. So, and we talked about investing your life, time, and resources in things that will last, not things that will pass away. And if you don't recognize God created you for eternity, you will invest in the wrong things. We talked about that. But today, on day 3 in my study, I only highlighted this one paragraph this morning, but it says, quiet time with God. Each day I have an appointment with God. I often wonder what happens when the God who loves me comes to meet with me and I have missed our appointment. How does he feel when he asks, Henry, where are you? Like when you have, you're on your calendar, you have it checked off, you're going to do your quiet time, but then it slips off and you can't do it. And God's going like, hello, hello, are you there? Hello, hello. This applies to my daily time with God. I keep that time alone with God, not in order to have a relationship, but because I have a relationship. Because I have a close walk with my Lord, I want to meet with him and spend time with him. Time with God enriches and deepens the relationship I already have with him. I hear many people say, I really struggle trying to have time alone with God. If that is a problem you face, let me suggest something. Make the priority in your life to love him with all your heart. That will solve most of your problems with your quiet time. People who struggle to spend time with God don't have a scheduling problem. They have a love problem. Hello, what an eye opener. Correct? Because, we're always busy, so we always got to schedule it in, right? So when people who struggle to spend time with God don't have a scheduling problem because they could schedule it in, they have a love problem. You have a quiet time because you know him and therefore love him, and not just because you want to learn more about him. And it went down to say, I just thought that was an eye opener. I had to share that. I mean, it's like we schedule everything in if we could schedule it in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, but I schedule it. I mean, I've got my schedule here and I schedule it in. At this time, I'm doing this. At this time, I'm doing this. Okay, so suppose you were dating someone you loved and intended to marry that person. What is the primary reason you would spend time with that person? It says check one response. Okay. The first one was because I would want to find out more about his likes and dislikes, or because I would want to find out more about the family and the background, or because I would want to find out about his life goals and future plans, or because I would love him and enjoy being with him or her, whatever the case. But so when you're planning to marry somebody, what's your primary reason? That's how you should be with God. Okay. That's how you should be with God. And so I'm going to play a little snippet and then we're going to get on to some training. But I had to do this first and I had to research it and I had to, let me see if I got to the right spot. Let me share the screen and the sound just so you can hear this. This is part of our Bible study this morning, but I just want you to see once a week we do have a video. So let me see if I can cue it up here. Come on now, play.
Try to spend time with God reading my Bible every morning.
Uh-oh. Because I'm sharing it, it's probably not going to do it. It might not work. I just wanted you to listen to this one part, but it might not let you do it. So, yep, nope, it timed out. Okay, well, so much for that. It timed out. So anyway, the whole point is don't just schedule time with God. Let me see if I can get out of it here. Don't, network error. Don't just schedule time with God. Actually, don't just schedule time to put it on the checklist to do, but love God, love to learn more about him, love him to where you want to have quiet time with him, even if it's only 5 minutes. Okay, even though it's 5 minutes. Okay, so I posted about Stacey James. I posted it here on Facebook just a few seconds ago. The Power Up call this month in October is with Stacey James. You have to do a 600 wholesale or add a new team member. And the new team member can get on too. They don't even have to order, but you can get on if you add a new team member. And I'm trying to find it here. Hold on. I just posted the picture, man, but I don't want to be on Facebook on my phone. Whoops, hold on. Let me find it. Snap. Where is she? Where's my Stacy James? I just posted her. Oh, well. I don't know, man. It's Tuesday. Okay, so you place a 600 or you add a new team member and your new team member can join too. Complete a power start with 30 faces or hold 10 career chats. There's various ways and you can do it all in one day. You can hold 10 career chats today. You can do 30 faces today. Did it smart. You had it early. Have them get friends in. Add a new team member today. You can. Or do a 600 today because you need holiday stuff. But anyway, Stacy James. So if you get, I think it's in the anniversary cards. I think it's in the anniversary cards. I send these little inspirational cards. I have stacks of them that I bought from Stacy James. She worked with a guy in 2023, 2024. I got these good thought cards. But all the scriptures and all the sayings on here are from Stacy James. And she's going to be, these good thought cards are, they're God thought cards. And the purpose is to inspire, encourage, and connect. These cards are intended to be a blessing from the person who owns this set to whoever or she chooses to pass them on to. All of the cards have been prayed over. The words on each card are intended to speak something unique, profound into the heart of the person who receives it. The purpose for our God thought cards is clear. God's word is alive and active, and as each recipient selects a card or is given a card, God's love and direction will continue to go out into the world. So suggestions for use, and this is for me. And I do. It tells me to first pray and believe, and then when you encounter a person, desire to bless them, open your God thought cards and draw out a few cards and have them pick a card. But what I do is I pull out my cards and my anniversary cards or whoever it is that's in front of me, and then I pray over it and let God pick out a card for them. So when you get your God thought cards, that's why you got it. But Stacy James is the one that created all the scriptures on there, just so you know. So you're getting a piece of her anyway. But anyway, so you know, Mary Kay is God first, family second, career third. God first, family second, career third. So anyway, I'm hoping that you are having some thought to your relationship with the Lord because he does love you. And you know what? I also, if I can find it. Hold on, one more thing. Hold on. Just a little snippet. God always takes the initiative in our love relationship. The witness of the entire Bible testifies that God pursues us and orchestrates ways for us to experience him. Sometimes when we have problems, but something comes out of it, you know what I'm saying? It comes out, works out for the best. Our thoughts of what we think it should be might not be good enough. God brings in something else. Let me see, there was something else I was going to tell you, but I did not. Say, do you realize that from the beginning of time, God determined to love you? Did you know that? Apart from his work in your life, you never would have become a Christian. I need to highlight that because I forgot to. I was reading. Hold on, let me just. I don't know about you, but I went to church with Grandma. We were Baptist. She was Baptist in the pew during the service, but we went to Sunday school, so that's all good. Okay, so Apart from his work in your life, you never would have become a Christian if you are a Christian. He had something in mind when he called you. So if you got something tugging at you, God's trying to get a hold of you. He began to work in your life. You experienced a love relationship with God when he took the initiative. He opened your understanding. He drew you to himself. When you responded to his invitation, he brought you into a love relationship with himself. You would never experience that love if God had not first reached out to you. You cannot recognize God's activity unless he takes the initiative to reveal it to you. Some of these actions can seem to happen at the same time, yet we can be sure of this. God takes the initiative, then we respond. So, isn't that funny? God takes the initiative for us. He draws us to, he had, before we were even born, he knew us. And if he wants our attention, he draws us to him. He draws us to him. Or at least he tries to get it. He creates, he throws it out there for us to get closer to him. Sometimes we turn and go the other way. I see a lot of people turn and go the other way. You know, they're just mean and hateful and they don't, you know, but when God just wants to soften their hearts. But anyway, so that's enough about that. But let's get on. I just had to say that. Say that to say this. Let's get rolling. Okay, so we have my assistant, my virtual assistant, one of my virtual assistants, has created, and I totally saw it last night, and I said, you know, because I've been trying to figure out how to get you guys on target doing what you want to do. How can I get you the information? You know, I pour stuff out, pour stuff out, pour stuff out. I train. I give you links. I give you pictures. I give you PDFs. I give you all of this stuff. Lo and behold, it's supposed to be on the hunt for Red October, Destination Red, Building Reds. I don't know what the corporate's going to roll out tomorrow. It's going to be new. I get it first thing in the morning before you guys get it, and it rolls out. Everything gets dropped at 6 a.m. for me. But what I do know is I got a challenge for you guys. Now, we're going to have a consultant training 5 weeks. There's 5 Wednesdays in October, and it's going to start tomorrow. I didn't want to drop it today because I didn't want you to be all confused and all of this. So it's going to start tomorrow. It's 5 weeks. And the first week is going to be on, it's an email training, but it's going to be on just getting you started. Basic weekly files. There's going to be power booking plans in there, power tracking sheet, organizational skills, personal use sheet, couple of videos in there, and stuff on MK Confident, and then a weekly challenge. So the weekly challenge is going to be every week for 5 weeks. But week number 1 is going to be to get you rolling. It is like a boot camp. Just back to the basics to get you rolling, get you on target, to get you going. Okay. Week number 2 is going to be preparing for your parties, preparing for your facials, how to pre-profile, how to coach, how to do hostess packets, all of the things. And there's links in there to show you, and there's videos in there to a digital flip chart for you to use. All kinds of stuff in there. So that's week number 2. And of course, there's a weekly challenge. Okay. And week number 3, I hope you guys are getting excited about this because you're going to get it in your email 7 o'clock in the morning every Wednesday for the next 5 Wednesdays. And then we're on Tuesdays, we're going to actually come together, and I want to know how you did. But we're going to come together. Let me see. Probably, I don't even know. Probably come together almost every single Tuesday at Lunch and Learn. So I hope you can join. I think we're going to shift it to a Lunch and Learn for the month of October. So week number 4 is about sharing the career opportunity. And it has all the things that you need about sharing the career opportunity, a career path booklet. It has all the team building info, some videos on that, and additional marketing videos for you to share. And so, and there's a challenge, of course, at the end of that week. So you see, it's kind of like a boot camp. It's like basic stuff. And I'm so excited for it. Now, week number 5 is the last week, and it's all about your business management. It's going to have power business plan, record keeping, all of the things, understanding your activity status, meeting etiquette, debt reduction strategy. And Gloria Mayfield Banks is going to be speaking on there, and it's going to have a weekly challenge for that as well. So you guys, the next 5 weeks, be prepared. October is going to be booming. You're going to have homework. I hope you do some of it. I hope you take some of the tools that my assistant took time to create for you to use to have a stronger business. Be business minded. And if you don't want a business, you just want to go through the email and check it out and say, oh, okay, maybe next year. Well, then keep the email somewhere and then you can click on it next year. But it's going to be 5 weeks. And I hope to see you in a different spot than where you're at the end of the 5 weeks. Okay. I hope to see you at a different spot. If you want more for your business, then you need to take the initiative, and I will post it here on Facebook as well. Some of you don't get my emails, but it's posted here. The email will be posted here on Facebook as well every Wednesday morning for the next 5 Wednesdays. Okay. But I hope to see you in a different spot than where you're at now. I want you to grow. I want you to grow with your relationship to the Lord. I want you to grow with your business, on how you're growing, customers, team building, and personally grow. I want you to personally grow, because when you grow, that overflows into your family, and they're going to be better, and everybody around you is going to be better. When you grow and you get better, everybody else benefits from it as well. So you got to think of it that way. You can't keep staying the same, going like doing that grind and not growing, because you know what? God didn't bring you here just to do the grind, honey. You know what I'm saying? He didn't bring you here just to grind. He has more for you. And unless you take action, you won't get it. And unless you take action to have a relationship with him, you won't receive his blessings or his guidance. He'll still love you, but you won't get all the other things, okay? Because he can't make you do anything. He can suggest, just like I'm suggesting that you take hold of this 5 weeks that we're getting ready to roll into. And because the company's getting ready to roll out the e-commerce, and I really, I wish they would start it in October. However, I don't really think it's going to start in October, but they are going to give you the information about it in October. Okay. They're going to give you info on it. I don't think I can share anything. I don't think I can share anything legally, but it says it's coming late in 2025 because it all dials in with how we do a process our ProPay, and all of those things are coming together to be a better e-commerce. But you will get it. I'm sure they're going to send it out tomorrow. I'm sure that you'll get an email about it tomorrow. Let me see if I can, as I'm looking at the email or the information. But just remember, the website's going to get upgraded to make it easier for your customers to shop. And you know what I like? Let me tell you some perks. So you want to make sure you have your website. You'll be able to put in, like right now we have one picture of myself on the website and they can see who I am. You'll be able to put multiple pictures on there so the people who shop on your website can actually get to know you better. Like you can put family photos, you can put whatever pictures, if you go to a Mary Kay event, you can put that on there. You can put multiple pictures on there So they actually get to know who you are, not just your photo. You can put other pictures on there. So they know who you are when they're shopping on your site. And it's going to be more user friendly. They're going to be able to, the flexibility and support you're going to get from, with this new thing that's getting ready to roll out. You're going to get a lot of flexibility, a lot of support. You're going to grow your business. You're going to earn from day one with the very first little order, even if it's only $25, you're going to earn with that order instead of having to wait and get active order. But for right now, we have to do active order to be active for 3 months. But when this kicks in, you won't have to do that. It will accumulate in 1 month, all the little tiny bitty orders that you're making money off of anyway. You won't get 50%, but you'll get something. And then once it accumulates and hit active, then you'll get 50% just like we do now. So it's going to be really flexible. It's going to be, let me see if I can download a flyer to actually read something that you can actually learn about. Maybe start earning from day one. As a brand new beauty consultant, you can start earning from day one. If you're active, then you'll get 50%. But if you're not active, you can still get a percentage. And I can't even, tell you how much that is until they tell you. But we'll talk about it at a different time after it rolls out. Okay. But just know that it's coming. So make sure you have your website. Make sure you did your PCP to have your customers, because they're going to want to shop on your website. Why don't you see how easy it's going to be? Has anybody ever went to TikTok shop? I don't know if anybody has. I can't tell if anybody's raising their hand or not, because nobody's on with me and I can't see Facebook. But do you know how easy it is to shop? I had to go check it out. You know how easy it is to shop at TikTok Shop? Have you ever done that before? You go to TikTok and go to shop? Oh my gosh. Okay, it's going to be simple like that for them to shop on your website.
Girls, did you know that self-confidence stems from proof of past success?
You see that?
Meaning,
that's my granddaughter.
Wins. You don't
she use Mary Kay?
little things, the
no.
big things, the mundane things, the exciting things that you've succeeded at in life.
But that's my granddaughter. She's on TikTok all the time. She's in Seattle, Washington. She's getting ready to move back here. But for just a short bit, her and her fiance. But my granddaughter's on TikTok, and I tried to get her to do some stuff with, I send her all Mary Kay. She just would do videos. She says, Mimi, no. So anyway, if you go to, there's another one.
It's pumpkin spice.
There she is. Another video. Silly girl. She's cooking. She goes to the gym. She does videos, cooks, does videos, all the things. And that's another thing. Get into the social media stuff. Quit holding back. Do a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, but do something, because you know why? Once they update this e-commerce thing, people are going to check out your Instagram. They're going to check out your Facebook. They're going to check out your TikTok and see if they want to shop with you. And you have to have pictures up on your website because you want them to shop with you, right? Okay, so TikTok shop. If you've never done it, I encourage you to go to TikTok and then click shop. Claim 20% off, 40% off for me. I don't want to claim it. But there's all kinds of things on here to shop for. It's a one-click stop. I can put in whatever I want to search for. I don't know if you can see that. All kinds of stuff. One-stop shop. You can have anything you want on there, and you just push that button and you order it, and bam, it's done. That's how easy it's going to be on your website. Okay? So just think about that. Make sure you have your website. You want people to be able to do that. You want the shipping to come like the next day or two. I don't know how they would do it the next day, because we are not Amazon. We don't have Mary Kay delivery trucks delivering to people's houses that fast. But it does come pretty fast as it is now. But anyway, so make sure you are ready for the e-commerce. Make sure you're ready for the e-commerce. Be prepared for the rollout tomorrow. My rollout, the rollout from the company, the rollout from me, and do all you can do. We're not done with the month end. We are a little behind. You know, like we're looking for four to five more consultants to do something. So if that's you and you haven't ordered this month, maybe you should do a little order. I don't know. Do you have everything you need to wrap and sell? Do you have all the colognes, perfumes, and stuff for the holidays? Do you have the Silkening dry oil before it runs out, and the Mint Bliss with socks before it runs out? How about the outer glow and the inner fire? Do you have that as well? If you don't, you might need to get some because it will sell out. And I'm saying it'll probably, it just came out, but it'll be sold out by the middle of October, and you're going to be missing out. Don't be knocking on my door saying, hey, do you have? Because I'm going to be saying, no, I do not have. Okay. I do not have. I've only got a little bit and I have to order more myself. So I want to make sure I have some for my own customers because my customers are important to me and I know what they like. Did everybody do their PCP? I did mine. It took me like a couple days to weed through my customer list. But like I told you before, I was explaining it yesterday to somebody about how I mistakenly somehow books got mailed out to people with no address. It just had their name, Susie Q, Bakersfield, California. And guess what? It doesn't get delivered. Two of them, and how I found out is two of them got delivered back to me to the return address. The rest of them did not come back. I had 5, 6, 7 of them that went, and I don't know how that happened. I made sure that I wiped out their address. However, when you go to InTouch and you just want to email people out and you have their address in there for at least, one mailing, you need to wipe out the address, the street address. You'll have their first name, their last name, their email, drop down, cell phone or the phone number. Right underneath that's the address. Clear all that out. Clear Bakersfield, California out, zip code out. Go below that. They probably have their name in there again. And if they've moved, they'll have another address in there or the same address in there below that. Wipe all of that out and then save it. And it'll come up with their name. Their email will be in there so you can email them a book. And it'll be an incomplete address. So you don't accidentally check it to send them a book with no address, because that happened to me. So I don't want you to make the same mistake. So I went through yesterday and wiped out all of the ones that were supposed to just get emails. And actually, most of them haven't ordered from me in 2 to 3 years. So it's okay if they get an email. If they open the email, great. If they don't open the email, great. It's okay. They can always call me if they want product. I'll send them an e-card from Mary Kay, along with they get the emails from my assistant. So with all the new products, when they come out, they'll get all the updates, all the things that I'm doing. And, a lot of people their email might go to their spam or something, and they may not see it. I see who opens my emails. I can see who opens them. And I send out, I've got 200 and something. Well, let me just tell you how many I've got on my email list. Contacts. I can tell you. Got a lot of people on my email list. Let me find customers. Hold on. 245, because that's who's on my PCP. 245. I actually sent out 242 books. I don't know where 245 must have been from the month before. But even if you put their birthday in there and do a birthday club, they can still get an email about their birthday special deal. They can still get the birthdays, but they, I don't know. So I went through and I downsized. I have over 400 in my PCP, like, and my customers for over 400, but I only mailed out 242 books because I input all the people from those offices that did an order. I put them in with their email so they can get an email. I can send it out from the company, at least an email, because they gave me an email address. And so I can keep them on an email address. They can get the new books that way. Or I can, some of them gave me phone numbers. I can text the new book that's going to come out. My Buzz Kit is shipped, and I'm so stinking excited for the new products that are coming out, because I will get some of them and get to play with them when they get here, probably after the middle of October. But the Buzz Kit's coming because I can order the new products on the 26th of October. So the winter book's coming, and there's some awesome stuff coming out. So I think you guys would be excited about it, but I can't tell you what it is. But there is no hand creams and body lotions, just saying. So what we have in stock now is what you need for the holidays. Okay. Well, I think that's it. I don't even know. I haven't only been 40 minutes. Okay. Well, I think that's it though. I'm going to volleyball tonight at 5 o'clock. Don't know if we'll be done at 6:30. Depends on how many games they play. And so I'm not going to rush back and try to get all of this out. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I want you to think about something. My friend in Bible study, she does in-person meetings, in person. That's so funny because we do not do in-person meetings anymore. Well, occasionally we do. If we have more people show up, we probably, a bigger group, would probably get a space and do more. But I don't want to go sit by myself someplace and expect you to come up. And then some people don't. I mean, sometimes it's hard. You guys are used to virtual. You guys are used to virtual. And you like to get on virtually because it's more convenient for you than in person. Okay. So anyway, so this is what she did. She's passing out Christmas cards to her girls that come tonight. However, I am not passing out Christmas cards, but she is. And she actually, let me see if I can even, wish I could enlarge this. She's actually giving them something to do with that Christmas card because they're going to actually write it to themselves. So, and the date of the card is going to be December 31st. So you can even do it on notebook. Write down December 31st and put your name. Put, Dear Susie, congratulations, you did it. You stepped away from. This is what you're going to do in your business between now and then. Okay. Think about, and so then you're going to think about what you did to step away from. What could you clink glasses together at the New Year's that you achieved, that you're celebrating? Okay. Celebrating what you release, like negativity or whatever it is that you want to release that you're stepping away from. Being OCD, I don't know. But your current self and your future self are celebrating. Because what you're trying to do is create a future self. So you roll into the new year with something different, a change that has taken place. You are now celebrating from you. Very empowering. What you stepped away from. So think about what you want to do that you want to step away from. What did you release? What do you want to release? Like, I need more office help. I want to release some of the things that, okay, for instance, I got a new thought. One of my Bible study people has somebody come and work in her office 2 days a week. And those 2 days that gal comes in to work, she not only works in her office, she goes and makes deliveries 2 days a week. So my friend doesn't have to go make any deliveries at all to any of her customers. And if her customers need it before it gets delivered on one of those 2 days, they can come pick it up. But it released her so she can spend more time doing stuff at the church, so she can spend more time, people time, doing other things besides driving all over town, delivering and dropping off on, like I did today, delivering. So like today, I had to go drop off my car and I come back, I got into the other car and I had to make a delivery for a lipstick to somebody that just had a baby. So on the way there, I know one of my customers needed a book because her book didn't come in the mail. So I went and dropped off a book on the way to the other lady's house. But I spend so much time making deliveries sometimes, which is great because it's easy money. But she decided she didn't want to spend time doing that because she was driving all over. And so she's got somebody working in her office, doing office stuff in the office and making deliveries. And I asked her, how much do you pay her to make deliveries? She goes, oh, no, no. She gets paid by the hour. And it doesn't really matter because she's doing stuff in my office. And so that's just part of that. And I'm going like, wow, I have a new thought. So I might release and get somebody to do that. You know what I mean? Release cleaning the house. Get a housekeeper. Release cleaning the toilets. Who wants to clean a toilet? How about laundry? Release it. The dishes. Release it. Whatever it is. And you know what? And I know that nobody can clean a house better than you. You can clean your own house the best, but sometimes you have to release it and let it go to somebody else. Don't be so OCD that you're going to go behind them and check every little microscopic dust particle or to see if it's all done. Let it go. When you employ somebody to come clean your house, iron your clothes, or do your dishes, or babysit, or whatever the task is, they got to take care of your kids, though. But when you employ somebody, you're actually giving somebody a job who needs the money. So they make a living doing that because they need a job. And that frees you up time to do something else, like go out and meet people, or do a face, or do a basket, sell some gifts. Okay, so anyway, so you're celebrating what you are no longer doing in your life. What are you no longer doing? Maybe negative thoughts, maybe procrastination, scrolling on social media, not holding appointments, not creating an impactful schedule, not working out, not creating energy, being inconsistent. Celebrate the release of and celebrate before it happens. It's amazing because you are going to tap into that. Celebrate. So picture ahead and celebrate it, that, you know, the release of procrastination, the release of negative thoughts. Do you always talk to yourself negatively? You don't need to. You shouldn't, because it spills out. Not working out, I beat myself up for not going to the gym, but you know what? I had an ablation done on my leg. I thought, I'm so ready to go to the gym. And I looked at my little sheet and it says, no strenuous activity for at least 1 week. And that's on Thursday. And then I can. Okay, no heavy lifting, no strenuous activity. So I thought, okay, they got 1 week. And then after you stepped and you celebrated that and you stepped into your power, bam, you did it. A huge congratulatory moment you're owning right now. Talk about what you stepped into. Tell yourself what you stepped into. Like if you see yourself, do you guys ever dream this way? Do you see yourself like I used to see myself crossing the stage at seminar? I would listen to my recording as I'm crossing the stage going to seminar, because I've been to seminar. I went to the seminar when we had the arena, and we had to go up the stairs and down the stairs. And the huge 10,000 people that were out there, we don't have that many now, but we used to have 10,000 people in the arena. And just to see them, once I did it once, I could picture it again and again and again. So celebrate yourself. Talk about what you stepped into. As a result, you are now experiencing, what are you experiencing? Because I released the negative thoughts, I'm experiencing more positive confidence, more love, more, you know what I'm saying? As a result, you are now experiencing joy. You're experiencing more free time. Intentionally in present tense. You stepped away from, you did it. You, not I or me, because it's from you in the future. This is for the future you. So you did it. You did it. Not I did it. I did it. You did that, future self. And as a result, you're now experiencing. And you are now experiencing. What are you experiencing? This is like a step-by-step thing you have to do for yourself. You have to sit down and think about it. What you want to release and what you want to step into. What you want to release. If you are always negative, maybe you want to release from eating a certain food. Maybe you want to do more exercise. Maybe you want to, release something, but what you're stepping into, you got to replace it with something positive. What you become, because you released it, what you become. The top 3 to 5 things you're experiencing in the present tense as a result from all the stepping into your power. Maybe you have peace and joy over your schedule. Maybe you are peace filled. You have energy. You walk with Jesus is closer. Your Mary Kay business is abundant. You, Susie, have achieved your goal and your goal is done. Hold on. You can be as specific or as broad about what you're celebrating. Doesn't matter. You can be detailed. You can be broad. But, I knew you were in there all along because deep down inside, we have somebody that is screaming to come out. What is that person? You do. You don't want to be stuck in the grind. I was stuck in the grind. I used to cry out to God all the time because I was stuck in that grind, punching that time clock, driving that truck every single day, day in, day out. I think the only time I took a day off, I had walking pneumonia. I think I got so sick I couldn't go to work one day. Day in, day out, didn't matter how sick I was until I couldn't get out of bed. But I had walking pneumonia and I was still working. So, but I kept crying out to God, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here. And so he made a way. Yea, you love and put your name again. Love and put your name again. The power is in the note, is to you, from you. So you want to put your name on there because you're addressing this letter to yourself. We've done it before at Mary Kay events. Pat yourself on the back when you know something, you are experiencing it. Whatever you're experiencing, you're creating. You're manifesting faster and faster. To you, from you is so empowering. The final little touch, this was possible. I knew you could do this. You deserve this. I'm so proud of you. And she says, put this card behind your pillow and read it every single night. Every single night you read it until you know it, until you feel it. Once you feel it, you accelerate yourself into it. You can propel yourself into it. It's the same thing if you do an affirmation and you listen to it. It's the same thing, but you're doing it and you're writing it down instead of just speaking it. You're writing it down because I know that what you tell yourself will come to fruition. So if you tell yourself you're in lack, you can't do this, you can't do that, your confidence goes down and you will be in lack and you won't be good enough because you keep telling yourself that. You have to tell yourself that you're confident. I used to tell myself everyone wants to book with me. Everyone wants to book with me. I tell myself that. Was it happening? No, but I used to tell myself that. You know what happened? Everyone wants to book with me. Everybody was booking. So you need to tell yourself that. Figure it out. Whatever you want to get rid of, whatever negative thoughts you want to get rid of, write it down. Just like the exercise said, you're trying to manifest it by December. What do you see your future business as? I see my future business as January 1st is flourishing, and our unit has doubled in size. We got 100 unit members, actually be 90 because we're down to 45. We got 90 unit members. I see it. So, you know, I can picture it. I can actually picture it in my mind because I'm futuristic. You may not be futuristic, but you need to picture what you want. If you need to lose weight, picture yourself, you know, in a size 12 or 14. If you're getting down from bigger, or if you want to go smaller, in yourself size 8, 10. Picture yourself. What would you look like? And you'd be more confident. Okay. You'd be more confident. I mean, whatever it is that you want to do. A new car, picture yourself in the new car. Go down and look at a car that you want. Smell it, test drive it, and work for it. Okay. That's what you do. That's what we used to do. And it works. I don't know. You know, we used to do it and it worked. We used to have it on goal posters. We did affirmations, all of it. And it worked. We had pictures of us on the cars, and we would put it on our car dashes that we were driving, the picture of us in a new car. You know what? It works. Futuristic. It works. So why not do that for something that you want? If you want to up your income in sales, you know, get a picture of you with, you know, put your picture on there and get a whole bunch of different kind of customers that you're going to be looking for. Cut them out of a magazine, put them on a little index card or something, put it on there. All these pictures of people that your new customers that are going to be coming to you, you know, and it'll work. I guarantee it'll work. You guys, we did it for years and it still works because what your mind can conceive, it can achieve. When it sees it, it'll make it happen. So just like her saying, read that card every night. When you read it to yourself every night, the things that's going to happen to you by December 31st and what you're going to experience on January 1st, as you're toasting your glasses to all the things that you achieved, you got 100 new customers by then, or 50 new customers by then, or you won something by then. You know what I mean? You've got a big house by then. Whatever it is that you can conceive, you can achieve. You can. Because I know each and every one of you, and I know that you can do it. It's all down inside and it's all up here. Because in the back of our head, the enemy tells us that we're not good enough. We can't do that. Oh, no, no, no. But when you have a right relationship with the Lord, you can do anything that he plants those seeds in there. And if you don't know what the seeds are that you're trying to ask him, say, God, talk to me. What do you want me to do? He'll tell you. He'll plant a seed. He'll put something in your heart, kind of nudge you a little bit, say, hey, why don't you do this? Hey, why don't you do that? That's God. Okay? It's a God thing. Listen to him when he's talking to you. Okay, you guys, I got to go. I got things to go do, and I got wrapping to get done. And I got to pick kids up early because we got volleyball. So that's it for today. Be looking for the emails to come out. And the email from the company, the email from me is coming out at 7 o'clock in the morning with the new boot camp consultant training. Jump in. If you're in, then type I'm in below, #live, #replay, and let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay.